Lock it in and rip the knob off. You're tuned in to the #1 show on the planet. The Heffron and Reep Show. Live from your headphones, it's Heffron and Reep.
It's hard to rely on my good intentions when my head's full of things that I can't mention. It seems I usually get things right, but I can't understand what I did last night. And it's hard to rely on my own good sense.
You enjoy the Heffron and Reep podcast? Now go and see them live. It's really super awesome, and here's the reason why. You've seen them on TV, and even in the movies. Yeah, they really are so good, they can even afford this song. Check out the tour dates at heffronandreep.com.
I always feel weird just jumping right into the dates, but it's important for people to know where we're at.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of this thing to begin with, wasn't it? Trying to get more people
We get people to where our show is. We give them a little comedy beforehand, and then they're like, oh, we really like these guys. We should go out and see them. And then when we come and see them at the comedy club afterwards, we'll say, hey, guys, listen to your podcast. And then have her go, oh, that's great, because that makes it worthwhile for us to do. That's kind of how all this runs.
Exactly.
All right, everybody.
You go first, John.
Okay, perfect. Depending on when this airs, let me just jump ahead. January 24th to the 26th, I will be at Junior's Last Laugh in Erie, Pennsylvania. February 2nd, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Night Theater. February 5th, I'll be in Lake Norman Comedy Zone. February 14th through the 17th, I will be at the Toledo Funny Bone, and I'm really excited about this date because this is the first time I've ever been here. February 21st through the 24th, I will be at the Washington, D.C. Improv. Very excited. I heard great things about the club. I know from our stats that a lot of people listen to us. So if you're in the D.C. area, Feb 21st through the 24th, I will be at the Improv. You can get all these dates and more. If I mumble and I didn't say the word February correctly, you can always go to heffronandreep.com, click on our shows, and it'll be all there without the mumbling. John Reep,
My
go.
turn, January 17 through 19. I'll be at Dallas Hyenas Comedy Club, Dallas, Texas. 24th through the 26th of January, I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida at the Comedy Zone. And then February 7 through 10, I'll be in Tampa Bay, Florida at Side Splitters Comedy Club. And then the 15th, I'll be in Holly Springs, North Carolina at the Holly Springs Cultural Center. And then the 16th of February, I'll be in Newton, North Carolina, which is right outside of Hickory, John. I'm very excited about that one at the Newton Conover Auditorium. Come see me.
Oh, it's the Heffron and Reep game time.
It's the Heffron and Reep Show trivia game. Yeah, the Heffron and Reep Show trivia game. They decided the stories they had were kinda lame. Yeah, the stories they had were kinda lame. So sit back and guess the answers with each of the Johns. You can get more smarter with you get your learning on. It's the Heffron and Reep Show trivia game. Yeah, the Heffron and Reep Show trivia.
Oh, I love that song. People, if you're a big fan and you're a musician, hey, come up with some cool songs. We always like new songs and stuff. So
I like that one, though.
I like that one, too. That's going to be hard to beat.
Can be replaced, yes.
Let's play. You ready to play, buddy?
Yeah, let's do our normal Heffron Reep trivia. This is how we start off. This is our, let's, we haven't seen each other in a week. Yeah. It's kind of good. It's good, wholesome fun.
And the last podcast, I beat you, by the way. Hickory beat Detroit. Right. So here we go. Who am I, John?
Perfect.
Who am I?
Let's do it.
Okay, you ready? I'm a sportsman.
Okay.
I was born in Texas in 1971.
Dick Buckus.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I competed as a triathlete in the 1992 Olympics.
1992?
Yes.
Triathlete?
Carl
Lewis.
No. I concentrated on one sport and turned pro.
Bo Jackson.
You're going to get this next one, though.
I know. I'm the worst sports guy ever. This is embarrassing.
In 1996.
I
was stricken with cancer.
Lance Armstrong.
Yes! Very good. All right. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions in. Not too bad.
You want me to ask you?
Sure.
Okay, here we
Mix
go.
it up.
Here we go. Like I said, I think this is the smoothest one we've ever done. Now, I just grabbed this one. I didn't even,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Usually we kind of look
Yeah,
to see.
you didn't even look.
And looking at the answer, good luck. There's not a chance.
Is it Bud Abbott? Because I kind of saw one that said Bud Abbott. I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Bud Abbott is?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe if you told me a little bit about him, I might. But off the top of my head, I don't know the
Bud
name.
Abbott is from like Abbott and Costello.
Then yes, I know Bud Abbott. I didn't
All
know
right.
his first name was Bud.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I'm an actress.
Marilyn Monroe.
I was born in New York in 1893 and died in 1980. There's no way you're going to get this.
Okay,
dude.
keep going.
I began performing in vaudeville at age 12.
DeVille.
I was brazen Madonna of my times. I was Madonna of my times.
You were the Madonna of your times?
Yeah.
It's not Marilyn Monroe.
By
Betty
1930,
Davis.
by 1935, I was the highest paid woman in America. I got 10 days in jail for writing my play Sex. She went to jail because she wrote a play about sex.
Wow.
I said a man in the house is worth two in the street.
It's,
There's no way you're going to get this, dude.
Well, give me-
I said it's not the men in my life, it's the life in my men. I started My Little Chickadee with W.C. Fields.
My Little Chickadee. Oh, that's, oh, God, what's her freaking name?
You got one left. There's no way you're going to get it.
Wait,
Be
wait, wait,
very
wait,
impressed.
Wait. Oh, God, I'm not going to. Give me the first initial of her first name.
M.
Give me the
I'll
first
give it-
initial of her last name.
W.
M.W. Michelle Waltrip. I don't know. Just tell me. I'm stupid.
Oh, the last question was,
Okay,
who
yeah.
am I with the initials M.W.? I didn't even look. It's Mae West. See, that's why we
Mae
edit.
West. Actually, I had
That's
her
why we
face
edit
in my
these,
name.
and we don't
her
even-
face in my brain, but I forgot her name. But I wouldn't have got that. Yeah, it would have taken me all those cards. All right, good. Well, you're winning, John. You beat me so far. Let's go one more. One more. Here we go.
I thought of something else we could do real
I'm going
quick
to do
too.
another hard one since that was a hard one.
Okay. Well, I didn't randomly. I just randomly picked the. Okay.
Fine.
I like this game. I've tried to find other trivia games, by the way, and this just seems to work.
Who am I?
Can I guess first?
Yeah, go ahead. Who am I?
The robot on Buck Rogers that went. Am I gonna?
No.
Is that it? It's Twiggy.
No.
All right.
I'm a female. I was
Okay.
born in Chicago in 1947. I'm an attorney. I attended Wellesley College. Wellesley College. I became a governor's wife. Though not a Londoner, I have had a bit to do with Chelsea.
Oh, Hillary Clinton.
Yes! Damn it, John.
Well, everyone would have got Hillary
I
Clinton.
figured it would have taken you a little longer than that, though. Sorry, I underestimated you.
I thought something else we could do, but we have me and John Reap have a very
This is
important
funny.
Skype call that
Yeah.
that we're killing
Should we
time
even talk
to.
about that?
Well, maybe we'll talk about it after.
All right.
But
we got
me,
15 minutes to kill before our Skype call.
oh, you know what you should do then?
What?
I thought about this. Pull up your. Do you have time?
Yeah.
You can leave that there.
Okay.
Sit there, and pull up. Oh, my battery's gonna die in this. Let's do one more quiz, and we'll play a bumper, and we'll come back with fresh batteries.
All right, go.
Man, we really gotta. Okay, this one's good. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. I'm a fictional character from the movies.
Fictional E.T.
Okay. I'm a hero.
Superman.
My character has been played by more than 5 actors.
Batman.
My father is Scottish and my mother is Swiss.
Pass.
It is said nobody does it better.
Oh, God.
M and Q are 2 of my allies.
M and Q?
Yes.
Oh, you're James Bond.
Correct.
Yes.
Heffron and Reap. Subject change.
Yes, and thank you for listening to another awesome episode of the Heffron and Reap Show. I am 50% of the Heffron and Reap Show. I am the John Reap part. Sitting to my right is the man, the legend, John Heffron. What's up, buddy?
Nothing, man.
You like that intro?
It's good.
You like it, huh? I mean, I've been doing the same way for a long time. I think it's good to have some sort of normal
I think
thing.
people in podcasts like consistency.
Yeah. Is that a good one, though?
That's why we do the trivia up front.
Yeah.
That's why we have stuff throughout the show that says whatever subject change.
Yeah.
You know?
But in terms of my intro, we haven't really discussed an intro.
I like it just because I'm lazy. I don't like necessarily always,
All right.
starting.
I like it. Okay, good.
So it's
Well,
good. And
how you
then
been?
this podcast, by the way, thank you guys for listening. Our numbers keep growing. We might get some sponsors.
Okay, good thing.
No one's coming to us for sponsors, but I just might start making them up because
Okay.
we're the only podcast that doesn't have sponsors. Like everybody sponsors everyone.
It's
But
funny.
you know what? We're lazy in a sense that we haven't reached out to anybody.
Yeah.
And
They'll come to us.
on the same token, I don't really care. I know, guys. I would rather people show up at my shows and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Exactly.
That's what it means to me, John.
In the long term, that's what all I care about anyway. I mean, it'd be nice to recoup some of the cash that we've spent already on equipment and everything.
I don't think we will.
I don't care if we will, and maybe in terms of ticket sales at live events, we will.
The
That's
fact that
what I care
somebody's
about.
listening as they deliver pizzas, like I met the kid in Chicago this week, knowing we help that kid.
Yeah.
We help him get through. Are you farting or is that my chair?
That's your chair. I'm leaning in such a position where it looks like I'm farting, but I'm not. Although I am holding one back,
Don't do it.
and I've had some rank ones today.
And you've been sick, so you probably have that sick NyQuil, like Pepto-Bismol,
I coughed.
NyQuil.
Have you ever coughed and sneezed at the same time so hard that you kind of black out for like a second or half a second?
I do that sometimes just for the fun of it. I'll just think. I've been
You don't even have
miserable.
to be sick to do that.
Yeah, I haven't been sick this week, but I tried doing that paleo diet the last 2 weeks.
What's that?
No
Paleo?
breads. No, maybe that's why I did it wrong because I can't pronounce. Yeah, no breads.
Caveman diet.
No sugars. No grains. No cereals. Miserable for 2 weeks. I had to quit. Like I couldn't even. By week 2, I felt tired
Why were you
all the
doing-
time.
Why were you doing this diet?
Because I was
to
starting to
begin with?
begin skinny with a gut, and I'm tired all the time, and I eat a lot of sugar. So I'm like, I'm just going to live, not a diet. I'm just going to live a little bit healthier. That's
Okay,
all.
okay.
And then I was working in Chicago, and the guy who works there, the door guy's like, "Are you training for some type of big thing?" And then I'm like,
Life, dude. I'm training for life.
yeah, at one point though, like sometimes I think that if I do this and that there's a big reveal. Like let's say I get in crazy shape.
Yeah.
Like then suddenly 8,000 people are going to show up and I'm going to go, ready?
Look what I
Are you
did.
guys ready? That never happens.
Yeah, I know.
Or like even when I'm in my career as a comic, you keep thinking, well, if this happens and this happens. No, wherever you are, you're in your career.
Yeah.
You're an open micer and you're doing your second show at a club. Bam, dude, you're in your career.
is it.
Stop thinking that this is me yelling at myself right now.
Right.
Stop thinking, well, when this happens, when
Yeah.
this gut goes away, then I'm going to live. Listen, dude,
Right.
you're
was,
at the halfway point. Just start enjoying yourself.
You know what? And the New Year's had just happened, and I was motivated. I had been working out, and then this sickness hit me, man. And then that just took all that. I haven't worked out since I've been sick, and I'm motivated though.
Age is bugging me recently, though. Maybe that's a whole nother podcast we could talk
Your
about.
age?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
starting. I read some magazine about the average lifespan of a dude, and then I just start subtracting.
So let me guess, our average age span nowadays with modern technology, science, medicine, and the things that we can learn about ourselves now, probably older than it used to be. So I'm going to guess our average age now is 88.
80.
80?
80.
Not even 90.
Not even 90, dude.
I figured we'd make it to 90,
Yeah, and then, so,
maybe even 100.
oh,
We're
hopefully,
halfway there.
well,
Dude,
yeah.
should I be having a midlife crisis right now?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's what I'm actually, I'm writing a bock.
I don't feel like
Maybe
I'm-
that's my midlife thing. It's kind of boring as a midlife crisis. They start working on a book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm so unprepared and ill-informed about my own life that I don't even have a midlife crisis because I don't even understand that I'm at my midlife.
I've already decided when I'm 65, right?
That's when I'll start worrying.
I'm going to Sylvester Stallone it when I'm 65. So I don't know why I'm
God,
dieting
have you
now.
seen that new preview with him?
No, yeah, it's 65. I'm
ripped.
going to roid like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'm going to do everything, every chemical enhancement humanly possible.
Yeah.
When I'm about 65 years old. Who cares?
You're gonna look
You're
like
going to
that old
outrun
doctor.
any bad thing that those things are going to do to you,
That old doctor in the back of the
which I can't stand.
that magazine.
I open up that magazine and I see that doctor,
ripped.
and he's on TV going, "My testosterone levels. I have a 21-year-old son, and they're better." He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
That doctor. I think that guy on TV is a dick that does that. I think the child fund that charity that's on late at night when the guy with the beard and he's in there, the kid's standing there. He's like, "Look
Yeah.
at this kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you eating nachos right now?
Right.
He won't be able to eat nachos now because you won't sponsor him."
Right.
The guy's kind of a tool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a good charity, but you need
And he's overweight.
you need to
So
come
it's like,
at
man,
us.
maybe if you wouldn't have had that extra cheeseburger, you could have given it to that kid right there you're talking about.
Yeah, you need to think of a different approach on that.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Because I have this thing. Because by the way, I've been listening to other podcasts.
Yeah.
Not in our industry podcasts.
Okay.
Not comic ones.
Right.
I've been listening to just other things that interest me.
Okay.
And some of the podcasts do this really cool thing where they narrate, and then they have sound bites, and then there's cool music underneath. Like, you ever listen to like NPR or that type of stuff, where it sounds like you're watching a news piece.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, they kind of talk like this, and then
Yeah. So I was thinking we should do that just to show how smart we are to make our podcast sound different.
okay.
And I know that you were in Denver, and you and your wife, and you guys did a podcast with Chuck Roy.
Chuck Roy and Hippie Man.
And I heard parts of it. So I say we do this. I say we just experiment, because that's what these podcasts are for.
Yeah.
I'm going to experiment with this new way of us possibly doing the podcast, or a segment.
Okay.
Let's say segment.
Sure, a segment.
And then we will play your interview you did with Chuck throughout the rest, and then I can go home and do laundry and pack to leave, because I've been at home now for 17 hours, and I think that's completely enough time for me to be in Los Angeles and get ready to leave.
You and me both, my friend. I just came
leave
back
tomorrow
from
too?
Denver, and I go to Dallas, and you came from Chicago. And where are you going?
I am this week, whatever week this is, I'm heading towards Columbus. But by the time this airs,
who knows
how we've been going? It'll be 2017,
Right.
and this date is long come and gone.
Exactly. All right, let's play. Let's.
Well, here, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the narrator, and then there's sound clips.
Okay, so you be
of
the
like an
narrator,
interview.
and then I'll be like the sound.
Well, but I also don't want to edit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because those guys look like they do a lot of
Yeah,
editing.
it sounds
So I'm
like-
going to try to do this. Let's just learn a little bit about John Reep.
Okay, you do me.
And we'll do it. And I just pulled up your Wikipedia page,
Okay.
which mine looks way different. Mine has bullshit stuff on it, where
Yeah, I
people
don't
have just
think
written.
People even care enough about me.
No one's done
Put
anything to yours
bullshit
yet.
on there, yeah.
Like there's a
So, people, if you're listening to this, feel free. Wikipedia page.
They
is
use
yours
every
for the
radio
taking.
station uses Wikipedia though,
I know it's dumb because anyone could write anything on that thing.
and they ask you though. I've had it happen.
Uh-huh.
Like I've had people ask me, "Are you
There's
Screech
false things
Brothers?"
about yours?
Oh yeah.
I don't even have anything on there.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I don't know
I
if
haven't
I
even
would
looked
say
at it
that
in a long
because
time.
you're going to. So let me just try to change gears here, John, and we'll play some really cool music underneath, and we're just gonna do a little a new segment on the Heffron and Reed podcast. What do we want to call it? Because if we do this, we could even do this with people who we don't really have with us. Like we can just interview anybody we want, and we'll just be those people. Because we don't have guests on our show.
Okay.
So
Who'd you have in mind? Anybody?
we'll just start. Like, who do you want to do for next week?
Oh, we could do
Chuck
Alonzo. Chuck Norris?
No, we can grab famous people.
Oh, anybody we want.
Or how about famous dead people?
Bruce Lee. Nah, he might be hard to understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with the legacy of Bruce Lee. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Podcast. Okay, good.
All right.
Let's do this one.
Everybody, welcome to a new segment of the Heffron Reed podcast where we get a little deeper with some of the amazing Americans that have done great with this world we live in. Today, we feature John Reep.
I'm John Reep.
Reep was born and raised in Hickory, North Carolina, and has one younger brother, Jason.
Jason was always fun to be around. Poor kid. Had blonde hair, and he was just the cute one of the family, and I was always the screw-up. But now he's moved on, and he's done well with his life. He's a civil engineer, and he builds bridges, and then he burns them.
That's great stuff. Their father, David, worked as a manager of a Goodyear store.
You kids, hey, when you graduate high school, I want both of you to come up here to the Goodyear store, and I'm going to teach you how to change tires and change oil, because I don't want you going out in the world not knowing how to change a damn tire and change oil in your damn car.
Mr. Reep, what do you think your best disappointment in your son John Reep is?
Biggest disappointment about John was he didn't take his learning seriously. You know, the poor kid would go to school, and he was cursed with the red hair and freckles, so he felt like he just had to be funny all the time. That's the only way he could have a damn friend, and he didn't learn anything.
And was there any time during the raising of your son John Reep that you left him in a Walmart parking lot and just figured, the wolves would maybe take care of him? Did any of that happen that you haven't had a chance to tell John Reep?
We had... Wait, am I David or John? I forgot.
Your dad. Your dad. This is me doing the interview with your dad.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we didn't have a Walmart in Hickory. We had a Kmart back then, and there were times where I took him out to Kmart, and I remember one time he said, "Daddy, I want this Snickers bar." And I said, "Son, that's not good for you. Okay, we're not going to have a Snickers bar. It's going to ruin your supper's appetite, and I don't want you to have it." "But Daddy, I want a Snickers bar." I said, "No, you're not going to have it." So we shop and then we leave and we check out and we get out in the parking lot and I see him. He's eating a damn Snickers bar. I said, "Where did you get that Snickers bar?" He said, "I took it. I put it in my pocket, Daddy." He stole. He broke one of the damn 10 commandments. And that was the day I introduced him to a little thing I like to call the switch. And I beat that boy to a bloody pulp. And I made him march right back in there and give that Snickers bar back, and what was left of it, and apologize.
Their mother, Betty, was a receptionist at the local telephone company, Sprint.
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, I want to call about my Sprint. You guys charged me some extra fees on here that I don't like it.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, sir. What seems to be the trouble?
I mean, why do you guys charge me for 2 months? You charge me for 1 month, and then what you guys do is you add the second month. Right. You guys are kind of guesstimating. Mm-hmm. You guys are guesstimating what I'm going to spend when that month hasn't even happened yet.
I'm sorry, sir. That's just the policy set up here. I'm not in charge of those decisions at all, but maybe perhaps are you living in the neighborhood? Would you like to come to church on Wednesday night?
Reap was raised Baptist.
Yes.
So, John Reap, what was it like being raised Baptist?
It was great.
Did that affect your comedy at all?
I think it influenced it big time because when I was, I basically was raised in a Southern Baptist church. I went to church twice on Sundays. And once we had Wednesday night suppers, and then we'd have church on Sunday, and then Sunday night we'd go back for the youth group. And it was just more of a social experience than more than anything else. And I learned how to be funny in a clean way in front of a church-going people. You see.
Well, John Reap, thank you. I think we learned a lot about you.
Thanks for having me. I'm John Reap. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's good.
Do we do okay?
Well, yeah, I think,
Is there going to be music under that?
There's going to be music underneath that. And I think
we didn't rehearse any of that.
You could tell. You could tell we didn't rehearse any.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to...
we did.
That's a good way to...
I feel like I could have done better, man. I feel like I let you down, John.
Here's the deal. Go up here to Wikipedia.
All right.
Okay? But you saw how I did it, though, right?
Yeah, I did.
We can just change mics. Go up to Wikipedia real quick and just type in just anybody. But you saw how I did it. Okay, so I'll just be Thomas Jefferson.
All right.
Okay. You got to set it up, though. You have to be like, welcome to
another episode of NPR Presidents Past and Pastor. Today, we're going to be talking about Thomas Jefferson, our third president.
Hey, everybody. I'm Thomas Jefferson.
Born April 13th, 1743. He was an American founding father, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, we were just sitting around one day, and we were like, you know what? Shit's a little fucked up. We need to have a little bit of rules. So then we're like, we should get together and, maybe make a document so everybody knows, like, not to be douchey and stuff like that.
At the beginning of the American Revolution, he served in the Continental Congress, representing Virginia, and then served as a wartime governor of Virginia from 1779 to 1781, just after the war ended.
That's right. But right now, why don't we play your interview?
All right.
He did with one of the greatest comics ever.
Chuck Roy.
Love him, Chuck Roy. Love that guy.
The Bear.
Love him. He's hosted so many of I record a lot of CDs in Denver, and he's been the guy who I have to have on the show before me.
Denver is one of the best places you could perform as a comedian. I mean, there are so many great comedians that live there. You really have to be on your game because it's not just some open micer or some novice that's going to introduce you.
All the local guys in Denver are insane.
Chuck Roy is one of them, and like you said, couldn't be funnier or nicer guy. I met him on my season of Last Comic Standing. In this interview you're about to hear, we are back in the comedy condo, which you've been in.
That gross furry blanket.
The
brown.
Nice furry blanket. Every time you go in there, it's a nice condo in terms of condos.
Yeah.
But there's never anything in there except for coffee filters
Nothing to eat.
That's about it. Maybe some chips. But anyway, we're back at the condo. It's me, my wife, Chenta, Chuck Roy, and Hippie Man, who's also another great local stand-up there in Denver. And we sort of, we've had a couple drinks in us and maybe some other things. So enjoy this interview with Chuck Roy, Hippie Man, me, and my wife.
The Heffron and Reap Show will be right back.
Can we tell John Heffron stories?
Yeah. Do you have any?
None. Well, yeah, he's the one who called out. There used to be a dueling piano place here, and Heffron was there for opening night. He was at the opening weekend of the dueling piano place.
Is this downtown or here?
No, right here at the Landmark place. It opened around the corner, and the grand opening weekend they opened, Heffron was here. And he walked me through. I didn't realize apparently these piano places are everywhere. And he just called out every stereotype they had. It was like we walked in the door and he just started listing like, oh yeah, guy's got a keytar. And so we made fun of keytar for a good 30 minutes.
He's like, he sits back and he's such the observer of things. He can tell you, okay, that guy probably has an Ed Hardy shirt. That guy dresses cheap on Wednesdays. I don't know how he does it.
I call him my ninja because he's just, it's like sitting with your sensei for a weekend.
So there was a dueling piano
place. You could clip $1 to a wire with a paper clip, and then it would shoot down to the band from the balcony. And down in there, and he said that was about the only original thing.
They got stopped.
And this oh God,
ladies and gentlemen, that was Hippie Man.
Yeah,
who's also sitting here at the condo at the Denver Comedy Works South. We're sitting with Chuck Roy, Hippie Man. Is that? Do you want
Hippie Man is fine, or John Novastana.
Oh, you got his real name out of him.
I don't know. I just want to make sure, And then my wife's sitting over here.
Hello.
You don't have to lean in. It's stereo.
It's okay. I like to lean in.
Oh, it gives me a good time to smack you.
Exactly. It gives you good leverage.
She's
Come on.
a little one.
Right? Ballet.
I was trying to guess. Yeah. Your wife is 97 or 98 pounds.
Wow. I know a lot of ladies at ballet that would be very happy for that.
Aren't I cute? I'm really cute.
You're so cute. No.
I know how to do this.
There's
You're
no
so
reason
wrong.
for you to do it, though.
I know.
I know.
You need to teach straight guys how to do this.
No. Every man should always guess how much a woman weighs. Always.
Take the chance.
Exactly.
Take the chance.
Why not?
Obviously, you go way under.
Yeah.
You don't even go close.
Refine your skills off some girls you're not
Hippie Man goes at 250 and says, fuck it.
That's amazing.
Hey, look at me. That's a pretty good guess.
Excuse me, miss. Let me guess.
250?
250? 250 pounds? Right. But down a little. You look like you've lost it.
Oh my gosh, she will love you forever.
Are you Honey Boo Boo's mother?
Oh.
You look like Honey Boo Boo's mother.
She would like to hear the words 250.
Heavy. Oh,
how much do you think Honey Boo Boo's mother weighs?
Oh, God. I would...
Didn't they do an episode on this, though? They did.
3 or 4?
Like the third episode, it was...
In the threes? Low 3, high 3. Age?
Mid 3s.
250.
Have you seen Honey Boo Boo's mother? You
first
think
of all,
250.
The answer is literally on a scale on an episode. They did this.
Okay.
There was a weight loss challenge. I keep up with my Honey
Somebody
Boo Boo.
can prove us.
Right now, we don't know this information.
Yeah, but somebody with the magic of Google is going to find out.
Run to that computer.
Like me.
Call
right
us out
now.
on the comments.
I'm going to ask Google. I'm going to ask Siri.
Almost went as actually in the background. Honey Boo Boo is on TV right now. That's the child, but yeah. Okay, there's the mom.
The way this family weighs the lightest is on television. The TV weighs 12.8 pounds.
Well, could you imagine? You always look heavier on TV.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what they look like in real life? They must be like fucking waifs.
Yeah,
it's got to be the television, right? It's the camera that's adding all that weight, Hippie Man. It's not fucking them.
They're always on a couch.
Always on the couch. I almost went as the dad for Halloween, Sugar Bear. Sugar Bear is the dad.
Okay.
And if you ever seen the show,
I've seen it.
he talks sometimes. He says this. I think Alana could be Miss America one time. I think she can. I think she'd be Miss America.
Really?
He talks like
he thinks
his head's like a Muppet. It's like his jaw doesn't go down, his head goes back like that when he talks like that.
He thinks his
Sugar Bear.
He thinks this fat little girl's going to grow up to be Miss America.
At least that's what he's saying.
She weighs more than any current Miss America.
Okay.
And she's 2.
All right. I actually have June's, the mom of Honey Boo Boo. I actually have her actual weight.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't tell us.
No. That's right. You are going to guess. That's wait. According,
Chuck, you go first.
Okay, wait. According
338 is in my head. 338 is where I'm going to stay.
Chuck's going with 338.
Chuck is going with 338. John, how much do you want to go to?
I'm 250. I'm sticking with 250.
Okay.
You're going to pay the price.
250. 338? That's a good one, dude. All right. I'm going to go.
I'm monopolizing a lot of territory like she does.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Nice.
I'll go under like fucking Price is Right. No, I'm not going $1.
All right. How many pounds?
I'm going to go under you. I'm going to go like 335.
Okay, wait.
Closer. If
Are we closer or under? Are we closer or under?
Closer.
We didn't make the rules.
Closer.
We can still make the rules because I haven't told you what it is.
I honestly think closer is way better on this.
Closer is better because if she's 270, then it's close between you two. If she's over 338, I've won.
Right.
And if it's what did you $1?
I said 335.
Oh, you won. So if it's between it's a good call.
But
so then between 270 to 235 is yellow's turf.
Jetta, what is it?
All right. According to
620.
yeah, she's like 7,000 pounds. All right. According to HollywoodLife.com,
so you know it's real.
Right. There is a paragraph here that I'm going to quote. It says, quote, "It seems Mama June is aware of their family's health problems. They are participating in a weight loss challenge, and all the girls weigh in every week on the show. Although the coupon queen lost 6 pounds going from 309 to 303, the family still has a long way to go." So I think that Hippie Man has won without going over.
250 to 3.
I said 335. He said 200.
I said
250.
He said 250.
You're 32 away. He's 52 away. You're closest. You win.
But I thought it was without going over. All right.
I got a new car.
I was
the price is right
for you.
Drew Carey. How much does Drew Carey weigh?
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's Drew Carey today. He's lost a lot of weight.
How much does Drew Carey weigh?
Look it up.
My goodness.
Look it up real quick.
I know
in
kilograms, but I have to convert it to pounds.
216 pounds.
No.
Today.
Okay, I'm gonna go lower than that. 216. That's pretty good.
You said it. I was gonna guess 280 something.
He's lost weight. Have you seen the prices right? He's skinny.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Not skinny, but he's thinner.
He's pretty skinny.
You said what?
216.
216.
He is.
Okay,
Wait, don't say anything.
No. I'm just going to say I'm not exactly sure because there's a lot of articles that I'm pulling up that say they're not exactly sure of the weight loss that he went from. So why don't can you guess like a pant size? Because I do have a website that says
his pant size?
What his
That's more
pant
fun,
size went from.
Okay.
Wait.
His waist size.
Now, do you want me to tell you what he went from
No.
down to, or do you want like where he is right now?
Should we reveal ours and then
Yes,
you want to guess each other's?
Okay. This is
That's
a great.
pretty cool.
This is
I
great.
like that.
Wait. Here's how we'll do this. Okay.
All right.
The goal is to eventually guess Drew Carey's current weight size.
Yes.
But
But
I can't
before we
find
get
that.
to that, we will do.
I can log a guess. I could even write it
Are
down.
we doing waist and then the length?
Nope, let's just go waist.
Okay, just the waist.
Just waist.
That's all I could find. Yeah, his waist.
So you got his current waist size?
Yeah, I have
What
it
we
right
think,
here.
according to an article,
Drew Carey's current
I'll submit that the article
according
that
to People
Jen is
Magazine.
holding
It's People Magazine.
is what we're trying
They
to
don't lie.
guess
for him.
for him.
Yeah.
And then,
What is
but
waist?
before we get to that, we're going to take turns guessing each other's
Each
current
other.
waist
And I just
size.
Yeah.
I just want to say it is a pretty cold night, and we're guessing
Hippie Man's a skinny
Male's
guy.
waist size.
Who I'll tell you has been drinking lately and put on a bit of a belly.
working.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Reed?
Who wants to go first?
You guys should guess me first.
I'll go first. All right. And I'm going to guess everyone's waist.
Okay.
Oh.
We need someone.
I know.
Oh,
my
are we
waist
guessing
size.
Gentas?
I know mine.
Shit. Oh,
Mine would
shit.
guess.
Oh, that'll be fun.
But it's different because women's
I didn't think
waist
a girl
I don't
was-
care.
They don't do waist size. They go.
I have a pen.
They just go pants.
Okay, first of all, John's, for the listeners at home, he's pulling out paper towels
because we're keeping score.
to apparently measure our waist.
Yeah. Okay. Genta's too brawny.
John.
Hippie Man's 2.5 brawny. I'm 5 brawny.
I'm generic.
I think you're 3 brawny.
He's a
Reed.
3
Sorry
generic.
about that.
All right. So
That's so funny.
here's how we'll do this.
Okay.
God, I hope I'm doing this right. All right. So John is going to guess Roy Hippie. Jen,
Thanks for spelling my name right.
I'm drunk.
I know.
Roy, wow. Okay, I need you to stand up, bro.
You need to put your name down here too, though, because we're going to
You need to get the.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess my
I
own.
gotta take a picture of
Right. Turn.
Wait, I feel like a picture needs to happen.
Now here's the thing. I see you're wearing,
very fat.
but you're wearing your pants a little lower than.
Oh, they're tighter than they should be. Happy to tell you.
Hey, that's how we like 'em.
I can register what my pant size is that I'm wearing and what the pant size should be.
Okay, I'm going to go with. All right, then for this contest, I'm going to guess the size you're wearing now.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Size of the jeans now.
Should I write it down or just say it out loud?
You say it out loud. The people at home would appreciate that.
Okay, in my mind, I know what I am. I'm looking at you. I got to go a little bit bigger.
6'3".
6'3".
6'3".
You know.
I'll tell you my weight.
Bears
I'll tell you my
are
weight.
34s.
I gotta be at least 285. I could be pushing 290, and if I'm not over 300 pounds,
All right.
I had that much of a. I had gotten as low this summer to 274.
I'm going to guess 42.
God bless
Don't
you.
hate me.
I won't reveal the truth.
You
right
said
now.
God bless you, which makes me think
I
I'm
know.
way off.
No.
But I'm writing 42 down to me.
You're not that far.
Okay.
Off. The off is
Hippie man, stand up, please. Stand up, hippie man. Now here we go. This is gonna fuck me up here, because wow. I'm a 34. There's no way you're a 34. I'm gonna guess you're a 30. Hippie man's a 30. Genta,
I am such a girl. I have no idea what waist sizes are on men.
This is where it's gonna be all.
Yeah, this is where we're gonna
This
fuck
is gonna
up.
be a
Okay,
big
I
look
do
here.
know how much
Do
my waist
you
is.
know
No,
girl
right.
size? Oh, so classic stand-up. Do you know, like, everything I've ever learned about women, I've learned through stand-up comedy?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for you.
I've not learned anything from her.
Actually, you've learned all the correct things.
I probably have.
They
I've
are
had some
all
real
correct.
senseis, some real, like, smart people have said.
And if you've learned them all from female comics, even better.
There's a little bit of that.
Perfect.
There's a little bit of that.
Let me give me some advice on this one, all right?
Okay,
Because
I'm
I've been guessing their waist sizes.
And this is, we're going from
Now,
this
as a
area, right?
female-
Or hips.
It's a waist. It's a waist right here.
A waist,
Is it
a
like-
waist,
but
a
your
waist.
jeans-
We're how about we're guessing
When
the
you-
actual pants the person is wearing right now.
Right.
Right.
For now,
Well,
we can guess that.
If you were wearing,
Girls are different than boys, though. You
'Cause
guys
let's
know
just-
numbers, right?
let's just say
I
that
know
you're-
my number,
we
though.
could eat-
let's just say that you're not naked right now.
Yeah.
And that you are wearing
Because
pants.
I'm not wearing pants. Oh, wait, I am wearing pants.
And,
Let's just say
Sorry.
that you were wearing jeans. If you were wearing jeans right now,
If I were wearing
what would
panties.
the waist size be?
I do know
That's
that
what
number.
I'm
Did you
guessing.
pack a pair of jeans?
I did.
What's
I
the
did.
size of those jeans?
I'm gonna find out.
What we're dealing with, I want to know is because I'll be happy to reveal. I'm wearing a size of jeans that is currently too tight for me.
Really?
I gained too much weight, and it's
But your
I
jeans
need
are too
to-
tight for you now?
yeah, and I need to.
Have a number in them. Like an actual number.
Okay.
Like a 44 sort of number.
Oh, was that right?
Got you.
I don't know.
Oh my
maybe.
god!
Okay.
I have no idea what this number is going to
This
be
is exciting.
because I've never done this with chicks
is
ever. I
exciting.
have no idea.
Very hard. Girls have a weird number system.
guys, and don't give us any hints
I'm not gonna
whatsoever.
give you anything.
This will be hilarious.
Let's ask John what he knows about the female genes number system.
I bet if we called Heffron right now, he could tell us.
Of course he could. Of course he could. He
That guy knows
probably
every
has.
number.
Jetta, I'm going to write down a random number for you,
man.
and I have no idea what this
Why are
is.
Did you know your
covering
wife's
it?
gene
Because
size?
I don't want you to yell anything out.
I don't know. God, I was married for 11.
Shut up.
Why would a guy want to know his wife's gene size?
So he can buy her designer jeans.
Yes, babe.
Thank you.
Imagine you want to get laid. You say this sentence, babe. Those jeans you love were on sale. I found 2 pair.
I just came right now.
Jetta, get a fucking...
I learned that kind of through Heffron. I'm just saying. But you want to listen. There's some part about listening. I don't know what it is. I've heard
Why
him talk
is that
about
a big
it.
deal?
I've heard him talk about it.
Of
Why is
listening?
that a big deal?
It works,
But
you
I'm
guys.
just saying.
You just gotta fucking.
See, Genta, I think, is talking pro listening.
Chuck,
Right?
it's your turn.
I'm talking pro.
You need to
listening.
guess.
Genta's,
No. You're gonna go.
Okay.
First.
No, I don't. 4 for Genta.
Okay.
4 for. I'm going out of order.
You just
4
go
for
to 4.
Genta.
All right.
Wow.
Here we go. I don't even know what these numbers mean.
You guys are throwing numbers.
7. I got 0 reaction out of you off 7, but for 4, you said wow. So now I know. I've at least I moved the meter in a good direction.
Yeah.
Hippie Man was in high school a 28.
Okay. So what are you giving him now?
A few years ago, before he got into this binge, he was a 30. I think he's now
you already know
I
shit.
think he's wearing a 32, but should be in a 34. You're in a 36.
Sounds like you're going 32 for Hippie Man. then.
32 for him, 36 for you. You should be in a 34, maybe a 38.
So you're saying 36 for me?
36 for you, and I think I've logged in all my guesses. I'm currently, I know what size I'm in.
All right, Hippie Man. So for Roy, Chuck Roy, we've got Hippie Man 32, Jetta 4, me 36. Hippie Man, you're up. What do you give?
You gotta start with.
Go first.
You can start with myself,
Do it, Chuck
and then
Roy.
Jetta, and then John.
I'm going to go Genta first. 28.
28.
I'm going with the standard sizing. That
Now that was a question I had because
Yeah.
for women there are 2 different sizes.
but I was just like, I'm going with
Now,
that.
I just want to know which one you guys want me to give you.
Happen.
That's the
Don't
part
even reveal yet.
that's
Don't even
messed
reveal
up.
yet.
You
All
just
of
go
it.
with
This is
whatever it is
simply
you're gonna go
guessing.
with.
With the
It's a
genes
hippie man
or
made a
with
strategy.
what the statistics
I'm thrilled
were?
with this.
This is why
I'm thrilled with
women
this.
are. Okay, go ahead.
So,
Hey, you know what? Men probably made these sizes,
Okay,
so
so
shut the fuck up.
Listen, women are complex.
Yes.
How about- is that a safe word to
Who
say?
decides the standards? Who decides the standards?
Fucking
Men.
women who can't
Men
decide
fucking-
shit.
men
Can't decide
decide.
shit. If men decide the standards, it'd be like 3
It'd be
different
1,
grades
2,
apart.
3, 4. That's it. There's
Yeah.
4 sizes.
You size 1. You got to be a 2, Billy? Oh, fuck. Tommy, are you a 4?
Wait,
dude?
Hippie Man, what are you doing?
You need to work
Are you
out.
trying to cheat?
I'm out.
What are
He's
you
leaving.
doing?
No,
He's pulling his tape measure out.
Oh, he's drinking. Hippie Man. Okay, so you've got Jetta down for 28.
44 for Chuck.
44
For Chuck.
for Chuck.
Did you guess 42?
I did.
Okay, yeah, I'm going.
All
a
right,
little bit
all right,
higher.
all right, all right.
44.
So what about me? Talk to me, Goose.
I hurt you with 36, didn't
Listen,
Oh my
this
God.
is all about. Listen, hey, maybe I needed to hear this.
Hey, that was a size 30 or 32 acid
Maybe I
wash
needed to
jeans
hear
in the
this.
video.
35 or 9? You can't do that, can you?
You can throw it down. Why not? I mean, that's not a real.
Come on.
That's kind of cheating.
If you had been to a store in the past 3 years,
I'm going to go 34. I'll go
34 for Hippie Man on me.
I
Okay.
can't go 38, man.
All right. Well, God bless you.
that's a good guess. I mean, if you just got what John and I were arguing about, then I'd have gone 34.
How dare you? You cheated in a way. Jim,
Good.
Yes.
He's good.
no, you get to guess.
It's my turn to
Do you
play.
want Chuck first, Hippie Man first, or me? You
I'll
already
just
know
go
me.
in order.
It's
I'll
not
just go
fair.
in
She already knows me. So.
What if
No, I
Jetta
don't.
is wrong
I really
about
don't.
you? You're going to be so fucked, girl.
I cannot wait to be wrong with him.
Because you know, girls are all like, well, she knows his size.
Oh, whatever. I don't buy clothes
That's
for
the
him.
premise of every sitcom. It's like,
Whatever. We would so lose this sitcom war. Okay.
No. I'll write it down. You talk.
Oh, God. Sorry.
Genta,
Jesus.
what size is Chuck Roy's waist? Go.
All right.
Don't look at these other ones.
All right. Now, can I guess a number that was already guessed, or can I not?
Oh, yeah, I would have.
I mean, you can, but just go with your gut. Go with
I was going to say 44, but that answer was taken. But can we go for the same answer, or should I just, like, make it interesting and go for 46?
Let's go for 44. Because obviously 46.
Let's do 46.
What does his gut tell you?
My gut says I should be at a 46.
So you want 46? Let's put you down for 46. Make it fun.
Just to make it
All right.
fun.
Hippie man. Go for hippie man.
All right.
What's up?
I
This
think.
one's good.
Damn.
Put it to your
This
waist,
is
though.
very-
Why do you wear it below? Okay, there you go.
Because he's getting
He's
fatter.
gangster, John.
He's getting
Jesus.
fatter. He's
hippie
gained,
style.
he has gained weight, is what
I've
you
worked
need
in a
to
lot
know.
of colleges.
I see. All right, here we go.
All right. Do men get as offended as women if we get it wrong? I just don't even know if like over or under even. I feel like I could go under and make a fence or go over and make a fence. I don't know.
I won't get offended. Even if you guessed 50, I would be like,
Oh,
wow.
I wouldn't guess it. No. This is definitely.
It would be
30s,
more of about how
36.
All right.
Woo, fat fuck.
Is that bad? I don't know. Girls
For a
are so
vegetarian,
different.
yeah.
Judge, do you want to throw yours out
Should
for
I-
me? Because
should
you
I-
got me.
Should I?
I put yours down because I
guess
as
my
a
own
husband
weight?
of you, have no clue what your pants size is.
I know,
But
see?
you can do mine. Just see. Let's
You
just
call
see.
me a bad wife. I
Come
don't
on.
even know.
I
I don't
didn't say
even
that.
know. Shit.
Just throw something out.
I feel like you guys are the
Whoop
same
'em
size.
Stop.
I feel like 36. You guys are the same size.
You want me to say 36 for me?
Yeah.
All right, fuck you.
Dude, Chuck, don't be groaning over
All
this.
right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this
Just
is
saying.
So
Moment
bad.
of Truth.
They want to be 34s. Okay, should we ask, what size would you like to be?
Yeah.
What size?
What
What
would
size
you
would you like to be?
Oh my God,
I would
really?
like to be a 38. That is simply.
What?
Easily.
You
Yeah.
want to be a
Okay.
38?
Would love to. You know, I got a belly to lose. This 46 is terrible, which 44 pair of jeans.
What?
But,
Are you 44?
yeah, I'm
That's
wearing
what
a
I said
44.
first.
But I should be. Oh, these are. I'm
What did you
gaining
say?
weight.
What are you?
I'm currently wearing a pair of 44 jeans.
44.
But
Hippie man wins.
Hippie man wins.
See? Hippie
got 44.
Called
We were
it.
both kind of on the same line.
Wow.
I said 44, but for fun, we made it for. I'm
Okay,
sorry, that
all
was
right.
not my first choice.
Hippie man, what's your actual size?
You know what? It's 36.
36.
Paramedics still got it.
Drinking a lot, man.
When was it a 32? When was it a 32?
Oh, it's been a while. I was 34.
You were 36, dude?
Yeah.
I knew him when he was a
There's
34.
no way he's a 36.
I knew him when he was a
weird.
34.
But where are you holding your jeans, though? Well, you put it up on your
It's
gut?
all in his
breath.
You should put it below your gut.
Tell
Hello,
us
that's
about
what
the
I was
day.
gauging.
Tell us about the day you had to buy 36s.
I
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah, wait.
I tried. in
No,
my
because
weird
you were
eye.
like, these are so comfortable. Like,
Wait, first of all,
work out.
part of me thinks that you don't shop for jeans every year. Maybe you take a couple years off.
That's what makes me think that there was a day where it was like, oh shit, I need new jeans.
Yeah. So when was it? We go, damn, this ain't
Well,
working.
You know what? I can almost remember when I bought these because it was a funny story because I was doing a show and the zipper broke on my fucking...
As they do, because all
So
of
I
everything
bought-
is right
Right.
there.
When
And
you
I
get
actually
fat,
went
you
to like
break
an
your
Office
zipper.
Depot because I didn't have a car and I was going to this gig, so I went to an Office Depot and I literally spent like $4 for a whole fucking thing of safety pins. You couldn't just buy one or two.
No, you have to buy a box.
Yeah, so I bought.
What a ripoff.
But it got me. Let me just put it.
Fucking
this way.
Office Depot.
That explains all these piercings I have.
Yes.
Right.
Can we see them? Can we take pictures of them?
Sure. No, but it was crazy, and then
You don't look like a 36 to me. That's why I'm pissed off.
So I bought these pants not that long ago. Like maybe 3
I
months
look at
ago.
you, I see a skinny dude. I don't see a fucking 36.
I knew the 34.
But he holds a 36 very well, right?
Yeah.
He carries
Are
it
you
well.
tying your belt way up here like high water,
No,
like
it's
old
not.
school guy?
No.
I mean, is that the
You
weight?
can't. The more weight you gain, the lower your belt goes.
Yeah, my belt is lower. It's low. That's funny.
You ever see those guys who have like a 46 waist but have their 36 jeans on?
That's what I'm talking about.
And they, they're just,
So the guts like over the belt. Yeah.
You see them at the airport in their like golf work shirt.
But really, I mean,
With their name embroidered right there.
Allied Company.
out fucking clip on foam on the outside, braided belt.
Living the life, they're paying the bills, they're working hard.
I love those guys.
But but when I see them at the airport, and I'm just like, I just want to be like, you need a new pair of pants. Just give into it. Give into it. Give us
we all do the thing when you put pants on. I mean, your gut is
you convince yourself
your pants.
I'm convinced tomorrow I'm going to work out. I'm openly discussing like the jeans. Oh God, they're getting bigger. And then I'm sitting here going like, no, it's New Year's. I'm going to work out, and I'm not. I'm not.
Right. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the funniest moments of honesty I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
I don't mind sharing.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. All right. We're gonna move on. Genta.
What?
We're gonna guess your shit now.
Oh no.
Now this is where it's gonna get messed up.
It is because there are two very distinct different sizes for women. There's
way
the
you
0, 2, 4, and then there's the
waist size.
Let's imagine.
Right, exactly. Thank you.
Let's imagine this. There's a guy out there.
A guy
who was thinking to himself,
yeah.
I saw those jeans on sale. My girl likes just let's imagine fictionally that guy exists. How would he size up his girl, Genta? Like, how would he find out
the average pair of eyes?
I guess he can find the size.
It's impossible.
What does he have
fucking
to know?
impossible.
Okay.
And seriously, it is.
Yes,
because
it is.
girl sizes are fucked up beyond belief. There's like so many numbers.
Getting
and
laid from a girl is impossible.
Are you trying to tell me?
Dressing a girl?
But I told
even
you
more
said it.
impossible.
You said it.
You know what?
He shows up with the jeans that were on sale and he gets laid. So what does he have to know about the jeans?
He's got to know, I think, the waist size. I think
The
jeans
waist size,
definitely
the
go by
exact
waist size.
manufacturer,
now, if
and
it's
what
like,
store she wants.
I feel like it depends on what jeans.
See.
That's where it gets weird because the lower end
You
scale
can't
jeans.
win.
Good luck to you.
I'm sorry. I know
win.
it's not my fault. It's everybody else who designs clothes.
Hippie man.
I was just going to say, whenever I cross dress, I have a hard time conversion into women's clothing. And
It
I
is
know
so
What advice would you give?
Oh, my
Because
I just think one time you're a 6 and one time you're a 42.
Exactly.
depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Don't buy a
Okay.
tight dress if you drink beer.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess
I wear a
for
lot
my-
of pantsuits.
Okay, so
I'll go with mine
girls
first.
Well, for mine, I guess I could give the two answers for this. Like whoever was closest for the waist size versus the actual like.
You can.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to interpret this however you want.
I will give
Like
you
most-
two numbers, and you guys can decide who the winner is.
I just put down 7. Okay.
Wow.
I wrote down the number
That's
7.
crazy.
I have no idea what that
Ladies
means.
and gentlemen, my husband thinks I'm a size 7.
Okay.
Okay, let's all
Do you
think
hear
about
her?
that.
Like, let's all think about that. There's nothing to think about.
No, that's
It
right.
was
Let's just
previously
digest
discussed. The sizes are fictional. The girl is going to be angry
you.
no matter what size you said. She wasn't going to tell you what
Hey.
jeans
But
could get you laid.
now she's pissed.
I am not
of course
pissed.
she's
I'm
pissed.
super angry
All
right
right,
now.
Roy, what you got? Chuck, talk to me, Goose. You said 4.
I said 4 because the first time I said 7, she gave no reaction. Also, gave me I come from a different school, and I could read the girl and went, "Oh fuck, she's pissed." So I better lower that number.
No, I never
So
did.
I
Well,
threw it down to
Hippie Man
4.
goes way off. He goes 28.
Couldn't guess where that came from.
But he was
guessing
going waist size. He
I
was
was saying that I was using the same
Gotcha.
Male,
Yeah,
right.
the same metric.
We were
Oh,
doing
then I'd
waist
have gone
size.
26, 24. You have a very
Okay, well
narrow
then
waist.
you both of you
Wait,
guys, because we haven't
can I
given
just
that.
switch
So
mine to that
answer.
figure?
But I didn't want to
Yeah.
give you
let's go
a.
do
that
the
then.
number for
Yeah.
the
If
waist.
we're going 28, then
Yeah.
Chuck and I get to redo ours.
Redo yours. That's fine.
Well, I want
Then
to
I'll give
guess.
you the
I want to
other
know how
one.
close I was in guessing girl size because I didn't
Right.
want to
That's
give
fair.
you. I didn't want to give you supermodel 0 or 1, like because like you have a healthy figure. You don't look like you're. I've seen some supermodel types where it's like
Okay.
you look like you've had a vegetable meal that involved oil.
Okay. Okay.
You know, like, and no
All right.
cigarettes.
Interesting.
She loves
Okay.
WD-40 big time.
Yeah.
All right.
So you tell me then what your
All right, she's a 24.
24.
She's very narrow waisted. That's why I went
She's
4.
in the
Okay,
from
that's easy.
before.
28,
All right.
24.
What do you think?
7.
Because I have the jeans that will actually tell you.
That
this
was my
number.
original waist size was 7. No, I'm going to go, if we're doing 24 or 28, and I know that I am going to go at 22. See what happens.
Wow, I love you.
So funny. So funny.
Okay,
Good job, John.
Can I
Way to
reveal
read
my
that.
answer for these or no?
Yeah, no, this
Okay,
is where you reveal
let-
the answer.
okay, let me just-
Wait, have we done the answers all the way around?
Yeah.
Have we given?
Have you revealed yours? You
No,
haven't
no,
revealed
I'm
done
yours.
last.
You're
But
last.
we haven't been, have we been saying?
I've revealed
Yeah.
mine.
Okay,
I revealed mine because everybody was surprised that
Okay.
I was
Right.
36.
Okay, so Jeff,
Okay,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
do mine.
okay.
Okay.
What are you? Waist
Okay, wait.
size.
Let me start in the beginning when we were just doing when you guys answered. Stop it. When we were answering
God.
7, 4.
When girls
whatever.
talk, it's
I know,
as
what the
confusing
hell?
as their
Okay.
jean size.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Okay.
Good, baby.
All right. As answering a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8,
Who do we
the
appreciate?
correct answer for my body type is actually a size 0.
No, you were going to say no
The
zero.
waist thin supermodel size.
Nice job, John. Nice job, John.
All right. Now,
Fucking high school. Zero.
All right. Now, my jean size, which I actually do happen to have a pair of jeans here in Denver, is a size 25.
25.
25.
Which I am holding
Chuck
up.
Roy was
I don't know
closest.
how I did that.
So-
Wait a minute. Let's go with. Hey, guys, have you ever seen a size 35, a 33, a 30?
That's what I was.
Let's leave
For
it to
female?
girls to
For
have a
female?
fucking odd size
Right, that's
number.
not fair.
It's because you're odd, girls.
No,
Because
you know
you're
what
odd.
it is?
Sorry.
Because
Goddamn
women
particular.
have so many different little increments to adjust, and an
We do.
extra
We have
inch
hips.
makes a difference.
Oh, and
Well,
I
the
don't.
hips.
I don't have that.
The boobs.
Is what you're saying. I'm not pretty enough for you. I don't matter, hippie man. You don't want.
me. I didn't make the decision, but I'm just
All right,
saying.
all right,
He's just reporting what
Okay,
you
so
And you're correct.
So Chuck Roy wins Genta's size.
I'm
Good
pretty
job.
psyched
Yes,
about that.
good job.
I'm
You
on the
did.
board.
Now it's my turn. It's you guys guessed me now.
Oh, shit. This is
Chuck
All right.
Roy told me I was a 36.
I totally personally offended my friend.
I said
when
36
did
too.
not
Genta
my
also said
size.
36. Hippie man goes 34. Are you trying to get my pants?
I couldn't. I
You
wasn't
did it.
going to go 38.
You just did it.
I got the play on words.
What does it say? Oh, it says 34, 32. 34, babe.
Thank you, hippie man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am too.
Sorry.
I was just going off last
I'm
year's
sorry.
measurement.
No, see, that's why.
Sorry.
No. The reason why I bring it up is because listen, look at me right here. See this gut? This is up here. That's not my waist. This is probably a 40. Here is the 34.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
okay.
curious.
Okay.
Right.
To those guys,
I
what do
mean,
you
I
think
wear-
this?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Where
why
is
I
the
asked.
measurements?
When I was measuring for ballet,
It looks like you're actually working out, though. So
What do you mean?
like your gut is up. And,
Have an
like,
up gut.
Yeah, if you that's what I know. Like if I'm actually running or working out, then
Right.
my belly is up, and like on its way to being gone. But since I've been a sedentary bear, my belly is just like
it comes down.
I can't
gravity.
I ain't trying to hold you up anymore. I can't even expand the energy.
Right, that is weird, isn't it? Like I've noticed that too.
It takes like 20 days of working out, and then all of a sudden your belly comes up, and you're like, that's when I'm like, okay, keep going, just keep going.
But I think in terms of pants size, it measures like here. But most guys get fat just above that. So even like your old school redneck guys with the fucking, Levi's or Wranglers, they've got like a 22 waist, but like an inch above that, it's a 87.
That's the guys that make me howl. Those are the guys that make me laugh the most. Because it's just like, come on, you're trying to fit in your 36.
Yeah.
You're not a 36 anymore.
It's not working, bro. Well,
get how 44s.
We got to figure out who wins this competition then.
I think it's a 4-way tie.
Is it a 4-way tie?
I don't know.
Who scored? H-Man scored once here.
Right.
Annie scored twice.
Scored twice with me.
I think H-Man scored twice.
Okay, I said 42 with you.
And I'm a 44, so you...
I said 30 with you.
Yeah, and I'm a 36.
Not even... Jets up way off. Okay. You got
I was
Hippie
off,
at 32.
off.
Okay.
Hippie
Man wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Hippie Man wins. You know what? If stand-up doesn't work out, I'm going to follow a carnival and just
guess weight.
Guess weight size. I don't know your weight, but you're a 34, fucker. I know that.
Moving on.
Great comedians in the room right now, plus a hot person. I'm talking about Hippie Man. Obviously, Hippie Man, the hot one.
Of course, well, that's because
influences as a kid. Like what?
First stand-ups and stuff.
Yeah, like for you. What made you go?
Hee-haw.
What?
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw.
Sunday nights in the Roy family would be yeah. My parents would instantly put on Lawrence Welk, followed by Hee-haw and Sha-Na-Na. Maybe I have the nights wrong, but I would be 6, 7.
Sure.
But Hee-haw was like, we couldn't change the channel. You weren't thinking like, how can I get rid of this? It was
there were only 3 to begin with. You can't.
I'm from New Hampshire. Yeah, there were 2 really. Like we didn't get the fancy Boston UHF channels. The neighbors got with the fancier antenna.
Well, there was NBC, CBS. And
we did not
ABC.
get ABC. ABC was tough for me to get. My dad's a farmer's son, and did really well for himself, but could give a shit. And my mother could give a shit about. We saw 2 good channels.
That's all you needed.
They were pretty good. We saw CBS, and Dan Rather told us the truth.
We get that clear. What else you need?
Nothing.
So Hee-haw.
Hee-haw, and then Make Me Laugh reruns.
Like Roy Clark.
Love Roy Clark.
Yeah.
And the way the guys that would stand in the cornfield.
Yeah, and pop up and do the thing.
Pop up and do one-liners. And the girls that, it would be like the girl with the blonde with the big gazungas would stand up and play a ditz.
God, what was that song they used to sing?
Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
Whoa, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. And it's spit. Yeah. Spit in somebody else's face.
Yeah.
Line every show.
Yeah.
And I remember
so fun.
See, we're the exact same age. That's why we know that.
Yeah. And just, what do you, your dad, I hear the stories, like your parents work and they, I don't know, Sunday night, it's like wind down time.
I think Hee-haw, I might be right, I'm not sure, I think is the longest running variety show of all time. I mean,
could be.
It might be. It's up there, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because it was a long time.
Yeah, and I love watching. I try to explain it to people that I want to do variety shows with. I'm like, could you just look at their sets and see how it's not that hard
Yeah.
to make up a world of adventure, and like
It can be anything you want, any kind of, theme you want. It can be your thing.
whatever it is.
Whatever
They
that
use
is. It
corn
can be
stalks
fun.
and barnyards and some front door
Dave
porches.
Chappelle. That was a
Chappelle.
variety show.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
One of
yeah.
the most modern day best variety shows of all time. Guy came out, just did a little stand up and showed sketches, and then randomly did some music. I mean, that's
Sweet.
variety.
Complete, yeah. Carol Burnett is a giant. Like the Carol Burnett show was comedy to us. If we running reruns on, the Boston channel at 5 or 6 o'clock, whatever would rerun. So Archie Bunker was a big influence for us, and then Make Me Laugh would run. And so right before dinner or during dinner, my parents would be like, "Okay, we can watch Make Me Laugh." And so, who's the prop comic? Gallagher.
Yeah.
Come on to Make Me Laugh, and we'd all just be like,
he was a political guy for a while.
his specials were some of the earliest things I watched because he taught
now
us one
if you
lesson
think of
on-
Gallagher now, you think of he just smashes watermelons.
but he'd do those
But back in the
monologues
day-
in between that
he was political.
if you want to take a left turn in Los Angeles, I remembered you got to have the first person has to scoot all the way up to let enough room for the next person to come through and the third person to get 2/3 of their wheel over the line. And then all three can go when the light switches. And so he just has those observational comedy bits that so when the young kids, the hip kids with the skinny jeans get on me about people with props, I kind of can be like, you're so cute with your opinion.
Yeah, look at you.
Gallagher, Make Me Laugh in 1978. I don't know what bit you were doing to get him.
You know how many specials that guy had? Probably like
3 or
7 or 8.
Yeah. I would rent them in the VHS era.
He had
That would be
a
what I'd
lot.
take home. I'd go get a Gallagher special.
That's more than Dimitri Martin. He's had 2.
Yeah.
Gallagher has 4, 5.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Really?
Yeah.
He had a lot of new stuff and
definable ones on HBO when there was a lot of comics to pick from and only a few specials and
Dude, Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, not Conway Twitty. Who am I thinking of? The guy from I'm drunk right now.
You're good.
The dude.
I mean, first of all, as a redneck, like a French Canadian redneck, so I was like, yeah, Conway Twitty.
Here we go.
I'm in.
By the way, who also is awesome.
Yeah.
Not funny.
My dad
just a
had
good
collection
musician.
albums that I don't get
I'm thinking
anymore.
of the
but
guy
now
from. God damn it. What was it? Carol Burnett show. Who was the other?
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway.
Corman.
Tim Conway. And Robert Corman. But Tim Conway.
Yeah.
On that show, to me, is one of the funniest things you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah.
There is a sketch he did where he is playing a very slow butler. He's just very slow about things, right?
Yeah.
And there's a scene, and this to me defines him, where he is falling downstairs. He accidentally trips and he falls downstairs, but he doesn't fall at the speed of gravity. He falls at the speed of that slow ass dumb butler. So he somehow manages to defy gravity and fall in slow motion live. And it's the slowest, one of the funniest things you'll ever see. You should look it up.
Genius.
Somehow he physically manages to make himself slowly fall down the stairway, and people in Harvey County is just losing it because he didn't know this was going to happen.
The way they would get each other was so funny. And I was about to say, like, her coming down the stairs with the curtain rod. It's just like, and she was one who always been an influence on me. And I'm not one to be like, I grew up in that Reagan era. My dad made it a priority to be like, women are equal. My mom worked. It just, I didn't look at Carol Burnett and go, she's a female comedian. Right. She just, it was like, if we were flipping between channels and her show came on, or we checked the TV guide and we were like, Carol Burnett won in our house fast. That show was damn funny.
Well, people with a comedic sensibility just know what's funny. You know? And I think that's what you are. You're just like,
she fought
that's funny's
for that
funny.
thing.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And the way she gave the joke away.
Hippie Man, what was Carol Burnett's waist size?
It depends. Because as you know, women's sizing is a little bit weird. But
Exactly.
Hippie Man, when you were a young man, who were your favorite vaudeville routines?
no, man, we all get together in caves, and the did a little skit.
They used to write things on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, the guys who didn't memorize their shit had petroglyphic notes.
The guys didn't memorize.
Comedy had to have gone back that far, like to
I'm sure.
Look, their original
physical humor first. I
touring comics way back, like just in the draw with blood on the wall days. Like,
I'm
here next moon.
that fucking challenge is tough. You know,
guy with deer head, and it's a guy who does a bunch of bits with a deer head.
Who booked it?
There's Bernie Sobelman in the background.
But when I was growing up, I mean, I'm older, and it's funny because I remember like the Ed Sullivan Show comics, and my mom actually was a big fan of Alan King. And so, from that, but also there was that guy, Jackie Mason, who did, Mason, but there's another guy, Jackie Vernon. I mean, Jackie Mason's really good, but I think the guy's name is Jackie Vernon, but he did like a fake slideshow, and he had a clicker, and he'd go like, click this, man, wife, at the fucking click, and there was no slide. It was just all...
Oh, really? What? Wow. That's like the modern PowerPoint.
What do you mean? You have a clicker but no slides?
Had like at a carnival, like if you go down a carnival, midway, and they have those little tin things. It's like it goes click, click, click. Yeah, sure. You'd have one of those, and you go click, click. This is me and the wife at the.
But he would do that, but you would.
But there would be it was all to your imagination. Yeah, it was just him doing the presentation.
Wow,
I got a
that's interesting.
Newhart.
I gotta look at that.
Newhart was one of my dad's favorites, and. My dad got me Button Down Mind, and I was
Button Down Mind,
Bob Newhart's
like the
album.
First really big.
There was Bob Newhart had the #1 and #2 album in the nation at one point.
I believe that.
Like, never mind, whatever pop singer had something. It was Bob Newhart had 1 and 2.
Crazy.
And if someone calls me out and it was the comedy albums, then F yourself. He had 1 and 2.
But he was like the Mitch Hedberg of his time in a way.
Yeah, he was a weatherman who got, like, somebody put him on a variety show, said do stand-up. So he's doing Chicago variety show stand-up and started his routines. He would answer the phone and stuff. And then once I got a chance to observe him in a pilot called Siskheart. Okay. And NBC had paired him with Cisco. And so I watched the pilot taping of that, and it was just like night and day. Cisco was the pop singer and was struggling through his scenes, but trying. I don't want to shit on the guy, but he was struggling through his scenes. And some actors were around, actors and actresses were in the scenes around him, and they were all just trying their best. And then Newhart would come out with like a script in his hand and just read one sentence, and you'd hear the whole crew laugh, and you were just like, oh, this is funny now. And it was, to me, just... I don't think Cisco got it. I could hear him off stage, just like
Cisco Vince, man. But
thong to thong, thong, thong. Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant.
That kid, the pop singer kid with Newhart in a sitcom, and
that's Cisco.
It never went anywhere. It was just for 3 days it got shot and was really funny to watch, just because. Cisco would be off stage, and I could be near him waiting on a friend of mine, and he'd be talking to the other actors about like life and the stage and art and all that, and just but he just I don't think he got like who he was paired with and what was going. He would just sort of be talking about his big moment in the world, and anybody else on the set would be like, "Where's Bob Newhart?"
Yeah.
Can I get a peek of Bob Newhart?
That is like, that's so like, that puts you in your place.
Yeah.
When you think you're a celebrity, and then you get paired with a Bob Newhart, that puts you in your place quick.
Yeah.
Everyone else around you goes like, oh, you know Bob Newhart? Yes, I'm working with him.
Yeah.
Who are you?
You know what happened to me was I thought I was a weatherman, and then I got paired with Al Roker, man. And
it turns out, what is Bob Newhart and Al Roker's waist size?
Oh, man. Al Roker.
Did you hear he pooped his pants?
I heard that. After he had some sort of surgery.
Oh, no.
No, he just said this, like, publicly. I don't know why he admitted it, but he had the gastrointestinal surgery, and he was at the Oscars or some award show, and he thought he had to fart, and he actually shit his pants. I don't know why he said
I think
this.
he was at the White House.
That was the White House.
Yeah.
Hey, he's at the White House. He's like,
this guy must not have won.
Shit on him.
Walk yourself through
It's
that.
about to be the Brown House.
Oh, man. We've all been there, right? But you're in a White House bathroom.
I mean, what are you
doing? Cleanup duty. Like, cleanup.
Probably the best place to do it, though. I mean, lots of
half a roll of paper towel gone, like toilet paper gone, and you're just like, oh God, what am I going to do?
I need a
I'm Al Roker.
You've all been in those situations, though, where you can't,
Who hasn't? But you're obscure, and maybe you're in your own house or you're somewhere.
Right.
You're not a celebrity, and you're not at the White House. That part is what's making me.
Have you ever done it on stage where you thought like you're on stage?
Close, but it's my night terror. Have you ever seen the video of the German reporter lady who supposedly it looks like it could be a sketch because it's so good. It's like a Slavic or German type, reporter, very Nordic, very perfect, beautiful, and she's in some tight, white jeans. And she's interviewing somebody, and it's like, a pre-tape interview. It's not live, but she's doing this interview, and she goes, "Oh, fuck." And she looks at the photographer, and she goes, and there's this restaurant behind her, and she turns and runs into the restaurant and covers her butt, and her butt is just
brown,
white jeans and brown. And that's why I think it's a sketch, because it's like, they're too perfect.
I think I've seen that one. I've seen that one before.
A couple of comics have posted it around.
I've not had that moment happen on stage, but I have had the moment where I farted on stage, but not loud enough that people could hear it, but I know they smelled it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been up there, and I smelled it. And I've seen the front row, like a couple, a table go from like looking around like, who did that shit? They don't think it's there, and there's no way in their brain I did it. There's no way in their brain I did it. And I see them looking around like, who did that? And I'm laughing even harder now. Because I got away with it.
That should be your closer.
That's it. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of HeffernandReep.com. I'm John Reep. Next to my left is my wife, Jenta Reep. We got who?
I'm Chuck Roy.
And?
Hippie Man.
All right. Stay tuned. Bicycle.
Bye.
That's
so funny.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep Show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, They Heffron